Hey everybody, welcome back to Anointed to Bling. It's your girl here, Rein. If you are new here, I want to say welcome aboard. And if you want to be a part of a community where you're going to get some awesome tutorials and some amazing encouragement, this is the place you want to be. So I hope you stick around. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell to get updated when I post new videos. If you're not new here, I want to say thank you for tuning in. As always, you rock. And you make me feel so good. I love you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you for always being so faithful. We are back today, not with a full tutorial. This is an update video, okay? So do not kill me. When I do these updates, sometimes y'all come at me like I'm not going to stick around because you didn't show the whole tutorial. Wrong. Yes, I did. It's already up and I will link this video back to it and make sure that the link is in the description so that you can find the full tutorial. This is an update video. Do you remember? You remember these awesome chandeliers that we showed you some time ago? Well, I'm here with some updates. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I had some snags along the way, and so I had to make some significant changes to these things, and I wanted to share them with you because I really don't want y'all inboxing me telling me I made this and it fell apart on me. So when I find out that different things are not working, I gotta come back and I gotta show you how to do it and do it better. That's what we're here for. We're here to learn. So stay tuned because you know what's coming up right now. One of the most important updates to this project is the way that I secured the lampshade to the project originally. In the original tutorial, you saw me use industrial strength hot glue. In this one, I'm going to be reinforcing with washers and screws because I think that's going to hold it together more permanently. In fact, I know it will. Another employee at Home Depot showed me this JB Quick cement-like glue, and it is perfect for projects like this, which you'll see me use a little bit later. Its applications and uses are listed on the back, as well as its instructions. Now, this is the first time that I've actually used this, but I can tell you in advance it was perfect for this project. I also found this little wood piece to replace the wooden piece that I initially used from Hobby Lobby. This one is a lot thicker, and when you're talking about drilling and screwing, you want a thick piece of wood that can withstand that so that it doesn't crack. And as you can see, that Dollar Tree candle holder fits almost perfectly inside of there. My husband's going ahead and drilling an initial hole in it, so it will be a little bit easier when we attach it so that we'll have a place for the screw to start. Now, what you want to do is take your washer and place it over the top of that, just like you see me doing here. This is just a sample before we get started, and I'm showing you how the screw is going to fit in. It's going to lessen the opening of that hole, and it's going to allow us to secure the wood base perfectly and tightly. So you definitely want to do this way. You don't have to pre-drill the hole, but it does help. My hand is going to be in the way a little bit here, but this is where we're just initially kind of starting to screw that, and then we're going to take our drill and we're just going to make sure that we get that in there nice and tight. So you may need someone to help you hold it as you see me doing here. But guys, this is so sturdy and so secure, and it is not going to come apart. That was one of my worries, is if it got bumped, would it come apart? And it will not. It is extremely sturdy, as you can see, and it creates a good base for you to go ahead and put that candle holder in it. So I've never used this before, but I'm going to follow the instructions that come on the back. Mixing this is like epoxy. So I'm supposed to mix 2 equal parts. Get that open. It would help if I put one of them down. Bruh. There we go. Ooh, wasn't expecting that. so let's, since that popped out, it's about equal. Was not expecting a paint project. All right, so it's really cool that this is black and white. You know it's mixed when it's gray. I might not have enough on the all right. Unfortunately, I don't know if this dries clear or not because I've never used it before. I'm going to assume that it does not. And I don't think I mixed enough. Okay, so unlike epoxy, this is almost like cement. It's like a cementish kind of a mixture. I'm gonna have to mix a little more. Oh yeah, this is fun. All right, so I'm not liking the thinness of that, so we will mix again. And again, this is all about sturdiness, so sometimes finding the do-over is totally necessary. And by the way, use gloves. Because I'm clearly not. I am not the example here. This is like art class 101. Okay, children, yellow and blue make green. I kind of hate that this is black though. And not knowing whether or not it dries white. I'm guessing it doesn't. And trying to gauge how much I'm putting on here because I don't want it sliding around. So if you're going to rebuild this with this update, try not to be as messy as I am right now. And building your top is going to help as opposed to trying to glue the top on later or last like I did before. Okay, that is my son's phone. It's not like I told him we were doing a video, even though he's holding the camera. All right, here we go. And then I'm going to set this as evenly. The good part about this being wide base up is it's easy to tell if you're centered or not. And since this is underneath everything, I mean, I doubt anybody's going to be looking up under there. If they are, you suck. Oh, that's a good cure, you guys. Oh my God. Wow. That is like cement. Okay. Make me a believer. The only problem is that it's white. So I'm going to look for, there was one in Home Depot that was actually clear. And so I will definitely go back and invest in that. I'm just holding this a little bit because I want to make sure that it's flush. So if you rebuild this, just do it this way. At least get this one on, and then you can always adhere this to the rest of the body. Again, I'm not going to go through the whole tutorial for this because this is just an update. So you can go back and look at that. But according to this, it says somewhere that in about 6 minutes it'll set. And then I believe it is 4 to 6 hours to totally cure. So if you're using that, but I am literally putting pressure on this right now and trying to turn it. and that's not going anywhere. And that's really what you want, because when you finish designing this top like I did before, the top gets really, really heavy. All right, so I'm going to let this cure and I'm going to move on to the new base that I picked up for this project. All right, so after having had two of these fall over, I recognize that it is because this is really top heavy once the jewels are on it. And this is the square base that we got. This was a candle holder plate that we got at Hobby Lobby. Now, this would typically be sturdy, but because of the width of it and the width of the actual top, I noticed that when the air conditioning sort of blew on it, it was really, really wobbly, and that's what made it fall over. Also, you probably want to take the legs off if you use these. I mean, it's up to you, but for my own comfort, I got this piece of wood at Hobby Lobby. I think going bigger is better. The wider the base, the more sturdy, because what you don't want, given mine is an outside wedding, if the wind does blow, I cannot have these falling over. That would not be pretty. So I picked up this from the woodpile section. Now this is weird because this one was $6.99 and then this one was actually $1.99. So make note of this SKU number, okay? Make note of that, because when you go, you want to make sure that you're picking this up for $1.99. The lady explained to me that it was two different woods, and I didn't notice that. But these were the only two they had left, and I really was anxious to try this out. So look for this one, all right? Keep that SKU number. And it's just one of those little picture frames. It's in the areas that they use to make clocks. Okay, so you can see that they're kind of the same, but you can see this actual wood is a little bit better. So if you want to spend $6.99, you can. But see, this thing right here was $7.99, all right, on sale. So spending $6.99, or no, this was $7.99 regular, and then I got it 50% off. But so trying to do that with the wood, you may as well just buy this piece if you can't find it for $1.99. These do come bigger. All right. So if you see the bigger plates and it's going to cost you about the same and less work to build it, buy the bigger plate. But they didn't have any when I was there. So this was $1.99. I decided to go with this. Also got a mirror. All right. Because I'm going to take these legs off and I'm going to glue this flush. It is just a little teensy bit bigger, about 1/4 of an inch bigger, but I'm okay with that. And I'm going to take these legs off. I'm going to spray paint this and bling out the sides so that it won't look like this. Again, if this is too much work for you, you can always wait for the bigger plate like this one when it goes on sale. All right, they do go on sale every other week. I just wanted to try building a bigger base, and I wanted to keep that nice mirror top and blinged edge. So I'm going to spray paint this, affix it and bling it out, and I'll come back and show you the finished product. All right, guys, I have finished two of these. And as you can see, it's really, really simple. All I did, I ran this bling around the sides. I got this in LA. They do have this at Hobby Lobby in a $9.99 roll, and it does go on sale every other week. It's just a smaller roll. But that's really all I did, and it's not that different from the original, which you see here. It just goes from being 4 inches to almost 8. This is about 7.95, almost 8 inches wide. And just remember, the wider the base, the more sturdy. And I think what I did not factor in when I did the first ones, it was my 2 silver ones that broke. You'll recall I showed you also a cream pearl one and a black, gold, and silver one. But the ones that I did initially where I draped that beading, those were the ones that fell over because it makes this thin lampshade super, super, super heavy. So the wider you go with the base, the better. You can even go 10 inches. Hobby Lobby has the 10-inch mirrors too. Now, in terms of cost effectiveness, this probably, let's see, the mirror was $2.50. I already had the bling wrap. If you don't have any bling wrap, you can get silver bling wrap from Dollar Tree for $1. The wood piece was $1.99, $1.19 after my 40% off. So about a little over $3, maybe almost $4 to make it. And I believe this one is $11.99 regular price for the bigger one, or maybe $10.99. Don't quote me on that. So about half off that, it'll be about $5 or $6. So it's not that different. If you don't want to do the work, just buy it half off at Hobby Lobby in this size, the bigger size, and you should be okay. If you use this though in bigger, take those feet off because it isn't stable. It actually ends up making it wobbly, which is how the others fell over. So just make sure you get the bigger size. Okay, one more tip. I lied. Just as another option, if you want this to be even sturdier, you are not obligated to this Dollar Tree candle holder. Now this works fine, but this is another one that I got from Hobby Lobby. I use these for my initial Unity candle holders, but this is a really good sturdy base. And when you think of the heaviness of the top, this candle holder actually will work really, really well. Now it isn't $1. I want to say it is probably either $6.99 or $7.99, somewhere around there on sale every other week. But if you wanted to build this with this, you could, and you don't need as many of them because it already has height. And those vases that I usually put in here will fit flush in here perfectly. So I just wanted to give you this as another option if you just wanted to make something stronger. Now, if you're making a lot of them like I am doing 8, this could get very costly, which makes that look a lot much more appealing. But if you're only doing 2 or 4, you might want to consider something a little bit heavier that's going to evenly distribute the weight. So I just wanted to show you that as another update, another option. Okay, I promise this is the last thing. If you really want to get fancy with it, this right here, yes, honey. Now that's going to cost you some money. I'm not going to lie. I got these at Burlington. If you saw my Unity candle video, then you know where these came from. But Hobby Lobby does have its own version. You can certainly stack them. I would say that it will probably, I'm trying to be super, super careful because I do not want to break this. But I would say you would need probably 3. And I would definitely look at look at Hobby Lobby's version. But yeah, if you really want to get fancy with it, that definitely, it'll be nice and crystal. It's got evenly distributed weight. Yes, 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 yes. Had I thought about it, I might have. But at this rate, I'm going to keep going with what I have. But I just want to make sure that you have options and updates, and make sure that you think about other things that you can do to make this project work and not be as fragile as they would be with Dollar Tree items. All right. Since we're going ahead and updating it, I decided to play around with some new elements this time. I got this trim that you see here at Hobby Lobby, and I did get it on sale for about $6 for a couple yards. Not bad. I also stopped by their candle section, and I got these little plates for about $1 a piece with the 50% off sale. I'm going to put those globes in there and fill those globes, which you will see at the end. I also found these cute little Walmart candle holders for about $9 each, and I decided to try them out just to see if I wanted to build one with these, which you'll also see at the end. And I want to do some things with my handy dandy rhinestone trim, also from Hobby Lobby. Here is the finished product. Now, again, this is not the full tutorial. If you want to see the full tutorial, you have to follow the link and go to that tutorial. But this is how it came out. This is done with the Dollar Tree candle holders as per usual, but I decided to add that cute little design element of the dangling rhinestone trim from Metal Gallery. And in addition to that, inside of it is the little plate that I use. And I'm just going to show you it from the top and work my way back down. Same thing as we did before. Same crystals that I got from Michael's. All of that information is in the actual tutorial. Now in here, you're going to see in just a second what I did with that plate. You see that that Dollar Tree vase fit perfectly in there. And I filled this up with some large diamonds that I actually got from the craft store, Michael's. So they weren't really very expensive. I don't remember what the pricing was, and I did not keep the box. I'm sorry about that. And there you see the larger plate to give this a lot more stability because it's heavy on the top. This, as it's blowing in the wind, as you notice, isn't moving at all. And that's what I need. Now, this is the updated one that I did with that brand new candle holder. And to be perfectly honest with you, I decided against using these because they are not very well made. So go ahead and skip that part. Here again is the globe fitting inside that clear one with that same rhinestone trim and those Michael diamonds on the inside of it. Now, when I put the lights, as I did in the original tutorial inside this thing, it's gonna be awesome. Again, these crystals that you see on the lampshade, also got those from Michael's. All of that information is in the original tutorial, so go ahead and check that out. This one ended up being slightly taller because those candle holders were taller. But remember, the work of our hands are blessed, and I just wanted to update you. See you next time.